In each other, laughing at the same thing was a recognition that we both identify with this thing.
And that became a way for us to find things in common and identify with each other. Sometimes, though, we see things that aren't like a joke, but it's rather just this sort of incredible, absurd, unusual juxtaposition of something that just seems totally out of place, but at the same time seems perfectly sensible and right. We were interested in the activity that was happening in the island of Vieques, which is off the mainland of Puerto Rico, used as this bomb testing site.
This was filmed the week that they opened the land that was previously occupied for 60 years by the military to the population. You have people who their entire lives that have never been able to go around the entire island. So this is the first time that this entire land is open.
And it felt like some sort of commemorative sound should accompany that, be emblematic of that popular struggle, which in common terms is usually understood as an anthem.
So we look into the etymology of the word anthem and we find something that we like much more, which is sounding in answer. And so we call it returning a sound. The acceleration of the motorcycle and all the accidents in the roads, the bumps, generated a score, a musical composition that was completely accidental.
It was really interesting to see the reaction of that work. And I remember there was one person he was like screaming when the land came open, and he liked the fact that the trumpet, in a way, was kind of like this scream. In Vieques, in fact, while there were so many people who had one thing in common, get the military out of Vieques, the majority of them are in complete disagreement about every other aspect of the island.
And so we somehow wanted to mobilize this discussion.
Through the metaphor of the discussion table, we arrived at this work which we call under discussion. We used this person to take the discussion table into the areas whose fate is uncertain. There's something in that antagonism or tension that could be understood anywhere in the world. While their actions are absurd, like taking the discussion table of the island and making it a boat.
If you wanna make it, twinkle while you shake it. If you wanna grind it, wait till you refine it.
If you wanna bump it with a